Hey guys, welcome to your reading for this week. We're going to do what we did last week because it was so powerful and jump in with the Goddess Rising Oracle deck and see what Spirit wants to tell you for the present moment. All right, Spirit, what do you want Collective to know for the greatest and highest good of all concerned? All right, you got Queen Nandi. Intuition, babes. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm loving this new deck. It's new for me, but it's been so powerful this whole week that I've been using it, and last week. Okay, Queen Nandi said. Queen Nandi was the mother of the warrior king Shaka Zulu. His father's royal family first rejected her. They said that she wasn't pregnant and her belly resulted from an Ishaka beetle sting. But Nandi knew her son would be great before he was born. Okay, so this is what Queen Nandi's guidance is for you right now. She says, "You already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance." Okay, embodiment says, "What is your guidance telling you? Put your hands over your third eye center of your forehead and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow your first instinct. The creator and your ancestors connect with you, through your intuition." And that's what this card says, intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, the signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down, she says. Go for a walking meditation. Be present with nature and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, and see and sense your guidance. And then the goddess declaration is, "I am knowing." So right off the bat, Spirit is saying to you to trust what you're getting, to lean into it, to allow it to work through you, right? If you're having a hard time believing in it, if you're like, I think I'm getting something, but I'm maybe not sure, or you're like, oh, that was a coincidence. Wow, that person, I heard that 3 times, or that person said something today to me, and this is what I read in a book or heard on a podcast or something like that. They're like synchronicities. This is your spirit team. You may not always feel like, okay, I'm hearing from my spirit team, my guardian angels, ancestors, guides. Divine isn't leading me, or is divine leading me? But I feel like Queen Nandi is saying, you need to develop more trust in what this is that is working through you and in you, and that you are a part of. Okay. It says, she said, take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. That's how, in my experience and how I was taught and developed on my spiritual path, it's like intuition is one of those aspects of the spectrum of channeling, right? And so you have to be willing to take the first step to say, okay, I'm going to choose to believe in the guidance that's being given at this level so that it can become more. When I was starting out, I remember feeling like, well, how come it's not more certain? Or how come it's not more? Or how come I'm not channeling the way that person is? Or it's not coming across the way. But it was like I was focusing on why or what I wasn't getting, or what I thought I wasn't getting. Until I started focusing on what I was getting, those confirmations start to become stronger. I feel like Queen Nandi, and I want to pull one more, is telling you to trust your intuition. It's not nothing. It's not insignificant at all. And for some of you, it specifically said to slow down. So that might be something if your brain is used to operating and firing off very quickly, or if you have a high-paced lifestyle or job, part of it is like just needing to turn your attention and your focus to be able to slow down so that you can heed your intuition and you can get that feeling, that more confirmation within. Okay, what else do you have, Spirit, for the collective? So that was Queen Nandi, intuition. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, did you see that? I don't know if it got on camera. Wounded healer. All right, let's go in. Wounded healer. Okay, let's look this up. Once I know what the cards are, I probably won't have to read from the book, but I kind of like it because it's so descriptive and powerful the way that it's worded. Okay, so this element is fire. Okay, Sekhmet is the fierce ancient Egyptian goddess of war, the sun and healing. She carries life force in her palm, and with the power to create or destroy. Yeah. Sekhmet's guidance is heal thyself. Everyone gets your best except you. Okay? It says you are a healer amongst your tribe. This is your family. This is your community. This is your friend group. This is for some of you at work. For some of you, your tribe is you and just your partner, your relationship. Some of you are parents. You are a healer amongst your tribe. Stop putting your needs last. It says it right there. Stop putting your needs last. And it makes sense. This is the wounded healer because the wounded healer knows how to give out healing energy, but struggles with doing that to the self, receiving healing energy. Okay. Embodiment says, when did you decide to become a martyr? Dang. See what I'm talking about? It's just like that. This oracle deck really hits you right where you need it. It says, take a breath. Wounded healers hold sadness, rage, and fears of brokenness. Being a warrior wasn't a choice for our beloved foremothers. They did the best they could. But being a goddess warrior for us is knowing that we have the choice not to fight all the time. Dang. Deep dive questions. What are your swords, the weapons you use to fight, and the weapons you use to fight? And what are your shields, the ways you defend yourself? Dare to lay the burdens down along with your sword and shield. Goddess declaration is, it is safe to put myself first. That's a really, really interesting thing to reflect on when I'm reading that, because it talks about what we use to fight to defend ourselves and protect ourselves, like offense and defense, right? But then it says, like, when we're not in war mode, how then are we putting those things down, surrendering those things down, which is like a burden. When you think about a sword and a shield, like, yeah, it's necessary, right, at certain times, but to have to carry it all the time, they get heavy. That's physically what I feel. It's like the shield and the sword is heavy. So when you put it down, that's your restorative time. That's your time to heal. And that's what Spirit is telling you, is that, last week we talked about liberation and your role as a healer, which was a really powerful message. And now Spirit is saying part of that. It's like how to do that, right? You start now learning to be a receiver and heal yourself. But also this is about not doing it alone. You have a spiritual team. Hold on, let me not cover up the word intuition. You have intuition. You have access to beyond the five senses that are going to be guiding you through this. But if you're so busy sorting and shielding your way through this experience, then you may be going so fast and you may have so much energy wrapped up in the masculine that are you allowing that feminine energy to feed you and for you to receive of that within yourself and through your guidance team. Okay, I think I feel good on that for the ancestor goddess cards. All right, so let's go into the tarot and see what's coming through your present energy a little bit more specifically. Okay. Wow. Feels like such a crucial time. Well, Magician just popped out like super matter of fact. Okay. This is the time to use the tools that you have. All right. When we see the Magician, we're reminded of the beautiful qualities of manifestation and the tools. You know, with the Magician, it being the one, the Fool's Journey at the very beginning, it doesn't necessarily signify like this seasoned metaphysical practitioner on like on every level. Like maybe you haven't been doing this for 30 years or whatever, but what I love about the Magician is it lets us know that there's all these tools here that you're being called to use and to manifest with. So a lot of it has to do too with your willingness to focus upon these things, your willingness to place your intention with these tools, pick them up and use them. The pentacle, the cup, you know, the wand and the sword. Manifestations coming through your energy. What else? Okay. Well, look at this. Lay your burdens down, right? Yeah. Also, some losses here. So I'm feeling a couple of things. I feel like manifestation and this understanding that manifestation and what's coming, what you want to create and what you want to build through this new journey that you're about to step onto or you've just stepped onto, and have started, that is here. It's like there's that energy that's coming through your present energy, but there's also this energy about taking on way more than you need to. Okay. You don't want to make things, I feel like, harder on yourself than what they need to be. So right away with this card, if there's anything in your life that could use more boundaries, I find that boundaries is a really good general discernment meter. Like you can scan your life and go, okay, where else in my life do I need to implement some more boundaries and some space to where I don't have to pick up my sword and my shield as much, or I don't have to feel drained or overly burdened. Where in your life may you be making things harder or doing things in a way where you're not receiving help the way you could be? Because I'm seeing this twofold. It could be in the spirit realm. You're not allowing your team to support you and guide you. But I could also see this being in the physical for many of you, like at work or at home with personal life, with people in your life, relationships that you have, where maybe you're like, oh, I'll do it myself, or I'm going to do it myself. I can see here that it is a heavy burden. Which I think that's why the wounded healer card comes up, because it is about learning to receive that healing, and it doesn't necessarily have to come from other people. So this whole idea of like having to wait. I don't think you have to wait for other people to step in on your behalf. You can set the boundary and the precedent for yourself to be able to receive and heal and rejuvenate. Okay, so with the Six of Wands in reverse, I do feel like there may have been a setback in some way that's still showing up in your energy. I think this probably showed up a little bit last week as well. So that's showing up here a little bit more. Maybe something happened where, things didn't go as expected, or it could have been at work where it wasn't a victory. It felt like a little bit more of a loss. Let's see what else is coming through your present energy. Four of Swords just try to pop out again with the rest, with the slowing down, with the slowing down, with the slowing down. Okay. All right. Two of Cups. So an aspect coming through your energy too is relationships for some of you. Some of you guys are entering into new partnerships with certain people. I'm going to get actually more information. Spirit, give us more information on Two of Cups. You may have met someone special in a romantic sense. It could also be in a friendship. It could also be like a really connected, symbiotic business partner type of relationship. And actually, in last week's reading, there was something about you linking up with people who are in your corner. So this is interesting. Some of you are coming into that energy. And for some of you, it is about love. What else? Two of Cups. Yeah. Entering into, I feel like, sorry, I don't know, when I laugh because with the Page of Cups, I feel like there's messages of love. I feel like there's beginning stages of love, and I feel like there's this creativity of love. So let's look at love. When I say love, think about it in love can manifest in so many different ways, right? Like you can love your best friend, it could also be a romantic partnership, but I do feel like, look here, here's your energy and the clarification with the Page of Cups. Relationships coming together, forming these bonds, that's coming through your present energy too. And I don't see that as a bad thing, but however, I do feel like if you're carrying this energy where you're kind of like used to or in the habit of doing a lot of things on your own, or, carrying a burden, that's something I think to watch out for. I'm going to ask Spirit what's coming through your challenge that you need to overcome right now. Man, it's almost kind of clear though. Let's just do it anyways for good measure. Maybe we'll get some extra insight here. I like seeing the Two of Cups with the Page of Cups for you. Challenge. I know. It's like, why did I even ask? But I'm just following my normal, routine. The High Priestess comes through your challenge position. So High Priestess is all about your intuition and the conscious and the subconscious, and really kind of independently going within. So it's interesting. This is what I really feel for you. If you're exploring new partnerships, new love relationships coming together, whether it's friendship, romantic, or work partnerships, this could potentially be really great in your life. It could be a really good thing. But what I do feel like is, one, in order to call that in a healthy, codependent way, you are going to want to work through this wounded healer energy where you're used to giving out and not receiving, because in the Two of Cups it signifies a reciprocal relationship, right? Each person is bringing something and each person is receiving from the other, and it's a very symbiotic relationship. So I don't know if you guys have got word or are looking at your relationship. Sometimes with the Page of Cups, it can be that incoming message of deeper insight, either like somebody delivering some sort of deeper insight about your romantic partnership. So that's the other message I'm now getting off of this too, is some of you guys may be taking a deeper look at what is going on in the giving and receiving aspect of your current relationship, or moving forward relationships that you want to call in. But yeah, High Priestess is in your challenge position. That's not a shock. What else is in your challenge position that you need to overcome? Yeah. Okay. So 8 of Swords in reverse, getting out of your own head. And I feel like you are on your way to getting out of your own head, but it is still coming through your challenge position. I feel as though through the message, what I'm getting is like, Spirit is trying to show up for you to make this easier on you, is trying to show up for you to get you across this like threshold into the new chapter, into the new place. Obviously with the Magician, you are manifesting something. You've started a new journey. You're on a new path here. The Fool comes right before. So I know you're entering into this thing. But do not think that you can logic your way through this. What? Yeah, don't try to logic. Don't try to overthink or overanalyze your way through this, because I just don't think it's going to work. This is about giving and receiving. Now, if Spirit gives you a word or sends you a sign and you say, no, that's not what it is, or that's not right, or this can't possibly be, think about the communication that you're sending to your team and in spirit to divine. Divine can never force anything into your life. So if you're like, no, it's not there, I can't see, it's not right, I'm going to overthink, it's too black and white, or I'm trying to make things too black and white, it needs to be tangible in order for it to be real, it's going to make it really, really hard for them to help you lift those burdens, and you're going to continue to feel like this. All right, what is your overall advice here for this time and this season? Spirit. Okay, we got one. Okay, your overall advice is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is about how you divide your time and energy, right? And I do, however, but I do feel like it's also contributing to why you may feel overburdened or overweighed down or overstressed out. You're developing here. This is definitely a new aspect of yourself and a skill that you're developing. And I feel like Spirit is saying, be really, really careful about where you put your time and energy, what you work on. If you're putting time and energy into things in the way you used to, thinking that it's going to yield the same results, I feel like Spirit is saying, think again. Like, this is a totally different ball game. Your intuition is actually a very worthy investment, is the way that it's coming across to me. For you to meditate, slow down. This is not the way the world sees productivity, right? Like, this is not how the world measures, am I producing results? But in this realm, right, you as this healer, even though you're showing up as the wounded healer, you can fix that, right? You can heal that and become more balanced in that by developing through your intuition and grounding and trusting and not letting the mental aspect of being a human being talk you out of what Spirit is trying to do for you and help you with, because this is very much so linked to what you're trying to manifest overall. Let's see what else is coming through your overall advice. Okay. Yeah. It's how you're managing your time. It's Spirit saying you're not managing your time maybe in the most productive way or the way that you could. It's very difficult. Look here, work. It's work. Work. Pentacles is that tangible work aspect. Whatever you guys are doing for career life, I think it's somehow getting in the way. It's affecting your ability to tap in. I'm going to get an angel card advice because I'm feeling that. Ooh, whatever you guys have going on. School, work, whatever you're managing, because also managing the home could be looked at as work as well. See overall advice for the collective. Interesting. I think we're going to end up pulling some archetype today. Funny, and you know who's on the top of the deck? Right here. Queen of Swords. She was in reverse, I think, in the last reading. Today she's in the upright. Okay? And right now I feel like the message coming through that is there is something you need to be able to communicate. Whoever it is, whatever this work energy is for you, whether that's in the home and out of the home, it could be family and where you, like your career, where you work, or just your work, you may need to be very, very, very crystal clear and like make no mistake about it. What are you needing? What are you needing to discontinue? What do you need more of? But I don't think this thing can wait. It feels like you need to set the boundary now, set the precedent now, so that you can, the quicker you can do that, the quicker you can get to surrendering. Surrendering the sword and the shield that was brought up earlier, so that you can start tapping in with spirit here in the High Priestess. Okay. It's essential to your mission. You're ready to go with the Magician. There's nothing else standing in the way. Okay, messy. Okay. This is the card that popped out. The single. Ace of Gabriel. A gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. Why do I feel like I've seen this last week? The chance to do something amazing. A sense of wonder. Yeah, this is your advice. This is all about you're doing something new and passionate, and there's an opportunity here. I see this. The opportunity is here. This is what's blocking you. This work energy. It feels like it's kind of putting you in disarray. It feels like it's kind of splitting you up and having you focus on things that really aren't serving you, maybe as much as they may seem like they should serve you. It's definitely making you feel overburdened and overworked. All right. Let me see where we're at on time. We're good. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Another Gabriel card. Everything's like passion here. Stay determined to move forward. Be prepared for any possibility and environmental activism. Okay, so yeah, this is about, with Nine of Gabriel here, and I'll even show you. Do you see there's a farmer? See, there's an angel in the background, but do you see the farmer there? This farmer has put in the time and effort and has sown these seeds. You don't sow the seeds so that you can just like abandon the crop. You sow the seeds so that you can watch it grow, because you were the one who was there nurturing it and putting in the time and effort and the dedication. It's time to reap the harvest. It's time to, if you'll allow that, is what I just heard. If you will allow it. It's you. There's no one else that can come in on your behalf and like make this happen. Why do I feel like the message is incomplete, you guys? Hold on. Let me see. What do I want to ask? I want to see what might be coming up through the subconscious that you're not fully seeing that would be helpful for you to see. Okay. 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. Oh. Okay. You have people that you're working with. You have people? I'm like, Spirit. So you're working with, someone's guiding you. It's almost as if, okay, maybe somebody needs to hear this. This is part of, like, really important part of the message. You have people. There's an apprentice here, right? And then there's teachers and masters and guides, people here that you're working with. It's directly connected to why you're showing up here in the 3 of Wands, ready to go. Your ships are coming in. These wands don't get here by mistake. They signify that you have established these pillars of whatever it is you're needing to learn to move forward in this endeavor. You've done that. And this is what's hiding out in your subconscious. So maybe some of you guys need to go back and tap back into this energy of support. Maybe you have felt like you're alone. Maybe you felt like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do this whole thing or whatever. I don't know. But this is literally what jumps out. I'm going to leave you off on this final message. I don't know why it just feels... It feels like, I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling, because this will help you too. I feel this sense of like, don't know what more can be said. This is what was on top of the deck. Nine of Wands in reverse. You are right there. And sometimes when we're like so close, I do think that's when we tend to get a little bit freaked out about stepping all the way in. But you have resources. That is the message. You have, it's not just in the spirit realm, it's in the tangible realm too. So so that's why you needed to hear this particular part of the message until it was completed, was that it isn't just about having blind faith. You actually have sown the seeds in both the material and physical realm and the spiritual realm. Okay, so feels like a very similar energy to last week. Somebody's dealing with this energy, and it's just like still kind of coming through and being cultivated. But yeah, give and receive in relationships on all fronts, spirit and here, as above, so below. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Hopefully this resonated. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. This feels like a nervous energy to me. So yeah, if this resonated, let me know. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.